Sure. Why do we need to store information in DNA, or why do we even need a new storage medium for data when we have already things like hard drives or magnetic tape or flash drives? The estimate right now is that we're creating so much data that by 2025 we'll have generated a lot more useful data than we'll have the ability to store. And so we wanted to provide a solution for that gap between the useful data that we're generating and our ability to store. And so why did we land on DNA? That was pretty simple actually, because DNA is the medium that nature had settled on to store its most precious information. So it's got incredible information density. It's about 1 million times higher in the amount of bits that you can store in the same volume as compared to flash drives right now. And also it's got an extremely long shelf life. So the stability of the molecule is extreme. If you store things in DNA, it will last for thousands of years. And since you're using enzymes to copy the information, you can go from 1 copy of the information to 1 billion copies, literally 1 billion copies, in a matter of 1 or 2 hours, and at almost zero cost. So that could enable totally new applications for data storage, the ability to have so many different copies of the same information at a very low price. The short-term goals for the company is to complete this machine that we've been working on for the last 1.5 years. And what it is a machine that will enable us to store about 1 terabit of information for 24 hours. And we can do that at a cost that's about 1 million times cheaper than what's been possible before with DNA. So with that machine, we're looking for pilot customers and partners, so large companies and government agencies that will use this machine with us to store some of their data into DNA, and will retrieve portions of it back as it's requested. The goal there is to figure out if this tier of data storage, this new medium, can fit in their existing solutions, and also for the partners to influence the direction of our development in developing this totally new technology platform. But a longer-term vision for us really isn't just to stay a storage company, but to be able to turn DNA into a computational medium. The advantage of doing that is DNA is a medium that stores the data, but it's also the place where computation happens. So if we're able to do highly parallel computation on this medium using enzymes or other DNA molecules, we can solve problems that's not possible to solve using classical computing. And we can also save a lot of energy in doing that, because the medium that the data is stored in is the medium that the computation happens in, instead of, as opposed to traditional media where the storage medium is different from the place where computation and memory is done.